The agendas continue. Yes, sir. The agendas continue. Which agenda? Yonko over admirals. No admiral in single combat can be a Yonko. And for these series of videos, our representative for the Yonko is Big Mama.
Let's do this.
Charlotte Lilin, the baddest woman in One Piece. Facts. Big Mom just rolled through Fujitora in every way, shape, and form. The purple tiger was easily tamed and pinned into one of her books for fun. She turned him into a grape smoothie. It's not a big deal. Big Mom handled Fujitora. The man got clapped. And now it's time for our good old boy, Aokiji. You see, Big Mom is the ice cream woman, and she likes a lot of popsicles in her trunk. Absolutely. So she's coming, Aokiji, for something real sweet. That's right. And you can't deny it. All woman. So, before we go any further, spoiler warning for any non-manga readers of One Piece. You will be spoiled. So, spoiler warning for any of you guys out there. Let's go through this very quickly, not too in-depth, keep it very bare bones, under 15 minutes, hopefully. Number one, let's talk about strength. In terms of raw physical might, striking strength, lifting strength, Big Mom just simply has one question for Aokiji. Do you lift, bro? Do you lift? Big Mom goes to the gym 7.5 days out of 6. Shots to Patrice. 7.5 days out of 6. Big Mom rolls through the gym. Yeah, what you see there, it appears to be blubber. It appears to be fat rolls, but I promise you, it is all muscle. Big Mom, when it comes to lifting strength, when it comes to striking strength, people like Capone, people like Queen, they know full well how haunting she can be. Aokiji, that's not his forte, okay? He does bike on occasion, okay. At least he doesn't skip leg day like Fujitora does. That's impressive. Okay. The man does do some cardio once in a while. So maybe his kicks are not bad. Okay. They're not bad. All right. Ooh. Unfortunate for him, if Big Mom's fists clash with his kneecaps are going in the opposite direction. They're getting folded. That's just a fact. Now, number two, DC, which is destructive capacity. Now, Big Mom is nasty with the AoE. Think of things like the God of Lightning Tenjin. That was crazy. That was a crazy light show. Those are some really damn good fireworks, albeit dangerous, may even kill you, but there's some pretty damn dope fireworks. And the bolts do track, which is also very, very haunting. Not only that, but we have seen things like Prometheus become like a big raging fireball and encompass a large portion of the seducing woods. Big Mom has very damn good AoE in terms of her DC. However, Aokiji is actually better. Actually way better, if we're including water. Because in the world of One Piece, Aokiji can manipulate far more of the world than I would argue any other admiral. I think actually by far and away. All you need is one or two fingers and boom, you have a large section of ocean turned to ice. Iceberg thick. Like what Jozu picked up and hurled, iceberg thick. And the man can do it really, really rapidly. So in a general sense, you have to respect the man's frost. The man's frost is actually pretty damn powerful. Of course, we see what happens with Punk Hazard, albeit Big Mom could probably do more in terms of her AoE, absolutely, compared to Punk Hazard, but it was against his counter, a magma user, Sakazuki Akainu, duh. And then on top of that, it's permanent. Permanent frozen mountains, permanent blizzard, permanent glaciers. Okay, so when it comes to AoE, Aokiji is kind of nuts, for damn sure. And I think he does outpace Big Mom in terms of DC AoE. And then if you want to use a movie, Film Z, in Film Z, there is a volcanic eruption, and Aokiji does freeze. I think it's like the debris or like some sort of like a plume coming their way in almost like an instant. So you have to respect Aokiji when it comes to AoE, absolutely. However, unfortunately, in terms of attack DC potency, Big Mom, once again, has something that's absolutely disgustingly powerful. I would argue, when it comes to a solo character, one of the most powerful attacks in the verse, the Elbaf Spear. The Elbow Spear, when she winds up, the Elbow Spear is kind of dumb. In my personal opinion, Elbow Spear over Blast Breath. This thing just completely pulverizes, atomizes anything in its wake. And so far, the vast majority of cats, when it's like that cone-shaped, pulverizing Elbow Spear, the vast majority of cats, they gotta dodge. They just gotta dodge because it's just too powerful. It's just too damn nasty. So when it comes to DC potency, I give Big Mom the edge. And overall in DC, it's kind of more like a tie. You can argue between the two because again, given the environment of the One Piece world, Aokiji's pretty busted. He's actually pretty busted. Now when it comes to speed, I think, not confirmed, but I think Aokiji actually used Soru when he jumped up before freezing Whitebeard's tsunamis. Now again, not confirmed, but all that cardio that he's been doing on the bike, it seems to have paid off in some respects. The man, I think, does have a small degree of Rokushiki, which, if that were the case, does help this man, for sure, without a doubt, in the movement speed category, without a doubt. Plus, we did see him pre-break several times in Marineford War against Whitebeard's attacks on some mock Katakuri action, not fully, let me be very clear, as one of the head priests, no, as the head pope of the mega church of Katakuri. There is only one Katakuri, even to this day, there is only one Katakuri when it comes to the observation hockey. So, Aokiji is mock, not really there, but mock Katakuri, because we have seen him pre-break a few times, though Jozu, Diamond, Jozu, yes, so there is that, obviously, but in a general sense, I think that it is good enough. Fujitora is still better than Aokiji in terms of that hockey, yeah, probably, but it's good enough. And when it comes to attack speed outside of water, he's aight. Like his ice spears are, they're aight. His Pheasant Beck that he used against Ace in Marineford War, in terms of attack speed, it seems to be aight. Like it's not anything too crazy in terms of attack speed. Which is why I would say when it comes to overall speed in the vast majority of subcategories, outside of reaction speed, when it comes to travel speed, when it comes to movement speed, when it comes to attack speed, Big Mom is superior in all those categories. I would personally argue. Big Mom, when she travels around on a evil Nimbus cloud, yes, she is pretty damn quick. When Big Mom can have Elbow Spears that jettison across islands, almost like that, yes, she's pretty damn quick when it comes to attack speed. And then on top of that, you have to acknowledge that something like Hera, which is lightning incarnate with its own soul, she's had, I think, at this point in time, better attack speed feats. Though, again, this is outside of water. When it comes to actual water itself, we've seen him freeze large pockets of the ocean really quickly, like very rapidly. But outside of that, again, his attack speed is alright. It's okay. Again, Big Mom at times is a bit goofy, therefore her reaction time can also be at times pretty goofy, pretty slow. Like, Big Mom sometimes, IQ-wise, straddles between 50 and 500. So, it's a huge gradient, true. But no one is perfect, not even the strongest woman in the verse. I am Big Mom. Big Mom has the edge in speed. In DC, they're kind of tied, I'd argue. In strength, Big Mom has that. What about durability and endurance? Listen. We all know. Aokiji, he's a solid dude. But Diamond Jozu with one shoulder tackle. Big Mom, Diamond Jozu, shoulder tackle. Dink. What? Honestly, I'll personally argue, even the famed Elizabello King Punch. Yeah. Even that. Big Mom, maybe not a dink. Maybe she'll get blown back a little bit. But okay. Alright. Oh, not bad. Hey, I felt that. Not bad, kid.
Not bad, kid.
Durability-wise, Big Mom is fine during a Travis Scott concert. Aokiji ain't. That's a massive durability diff. Massive. That may be off base. When it comes to durability, when it comes to endurance, Big Mom built different. It is what it is. Big Mom is built different from birth. from birth. And when you think about her taking attacks like the Lost Shock Willie, the attack that can pulverize internal organs seemingly even more so than the Gamma Knife, because that's a Law Awakening ability and has like the same feature but even stronger, I'm not too sure if an Admiral can take a full-bore Shock Willie and genuinely be in the same fighting condition as Big Mom after an attack like that. Honest to God. Honest to God. When you think about someone like Doflamingo, who after the Gamma Knife, not a Shock Willie, a Gamma Knife, was like, had to stitch up his own organs. And a lot of folks would actually compare the power of someone like Dofi to Aokiji for reasons I will get to real soon. I think, okay, it's not really fair in terms of durability and endurance to compare someone like Aokiji to someone like Big Mom. Big Mom, that's her forte, the Iron Balloon. She can just take attacks and just plow through these things. When you look at someone like Whitebeard and how monstrous he was, those attacks that he took, the bullets, the stabs, the cannons, and so on, he took that damage, but still fought through. Big Mom, these things are going dink on her body. Dink! Bouncing off her, not a big deal. So, I think in terms of endurance, in terms of durability, I think it's a non-contest. I think it's actually unironically, a non-contest. Big Mom, honest to God, will be fine in the vast majority of cases when it comes to Aokiji's attacks. And now we get to that, the abilities. Aokiji is cool, like real cool, like Chester Cheeto cool, yeah. But he ain't that cool enough to really take down Big Mom. When someone like Doflamingo can break out of Aokiji's ice because the man wasn't frozen to the bone, that is, I think, a clear sign that someone like Big Mom, when it comes to the vast majority of Aokiji's attacks, whether it's Ice Time, whether it's Ice Age, whether it's the Ice Spears, let's say in theory, he can make one of those giant ice mountains instantly, and Big Mom is trapped in one of those giant ice mountains, Big Mom is still busting out. She's still busting out. Yes, it is what it is. Dofi can bust out. And yes, I understand that wasn't necessarily a top-end attack of Aokiji. Fair enough, of course. But Dofi, after he broke out, he was still like, yeah, you wanna fight, dude? Huh? That's a day.
Did I ever tell you what the definition of insanity is? Insanity.
The man was still jiggling. Dofi could still fight even if he won. He wasn't down and out after that one freeze over. Whitebeard could be frozen with the ice ball because he can't freeze vibrations. Fair enough. But again, Big Mom outclasses Whitebeard, I'd argue, in terms of durability. So no, some things, like again, if you can make a giant ice mountain like that, which I don't think he could, given the whole 10-day time frame and so on, but maybe he could. Some things like that will give him trouble, fair enough. But remember, she has two homies at her disposal, Prometheus and Hera. Hera is a cloud, so you can, I guess, freeze her because she is water molecules in a way. Yeah, fine, fair enough. Even though she's lightning, harder than fire, because she's also a cloud, it gets weird there. But in theory, in a fight, he could freeze Hera, yes. But Prometheus is an issue, especially when you base it on Ace. We saw Ace during Marineford completely shut out one of Aokiji's attacks. Then on paper, Prometheus is doing the same thing. As crazy as it sounds, it seems like compared to Fujitora, Big Mom would have an easier time handling Aokiji than she would Fujitora, based on the difference in the abilities. That's how it kind of appears to me on paper. Even though I would put Aokiji stronger than Fujitora because of how the abilities work, and when you include Hera and Prometheus, Big Mom does counter Aokiji more wholesale than she was someone like Fujitora. Yes. So Big Mom, the ice cream woman, does get her popsicle, and she's enjoying it quite handily, and Aokiji gets turned to a homie. It is what it is. It is what it is. So, let me know your stance on the subject matter at hand. Kizaru! She coming for you! I'm gonna see you cats on the flip side. Be easy, take care, have a nice one.